The kick is good. The Dogs will take that. He's 2 for 2 on the year, but only gets credit for 1. With 8:29 to go in the first quarter, Doug, Bulldogs up 7-0.
Really impressive there by Brody Hurd. What'll be different, Nate, you mentioned Breck Miller, just an outstanding kicker the last 2 years, so it's a little unfair that Brody, he's not a regular kicker, but he's certainly worked at it. To replace Breck Miller, those are big shoes to fill. May not look pretty all the time, but all you care is, hey, can he get it through on a very consistent basis? Can he have the chance to make some short field goals if the opportunity presents itself? Hey, we'll take that. Really nice drive, and thanks to Sean Hale for helping us out with the scoring drives and stats, etc. Coach Chris Davis here as well. 15 play drives, 80 yards. Loomis to Dathan Tyson on the pass play. Again, what fantastic footwork. Dathan Tyson right in the front quarter of that end zone.
Well, he's one of those guys, you say 5'11", whatever, but I've seen him put 300-plus pounds up on the bench press in the weight room. These kids worked tirelessly in the offseason. Also, Tom Gravish said the offense might be the most balanced it's been in a decade. Levi Lorson era, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Then they had the Tanner Lorson era where it was scramble and throw it up. Last year was run. This year we're going to see a mix of that. Kicking off right now. It's a short kick to the up man. He's at the 25-30. Makes a man miss. It's number 10 on the return, Brendan Zellwalk. He does a little bit of everything, Doug.
And our kickoffs this year sponsored again by Joe's Equipment, Cement Drive, Jersey Shore. Visit Aaron and our staff for all your equipment needs, steel products, parts, and service. For all your outdoor work needs, give them a call at 570-398-1391. Joe's Equipment, our kickoff sponsor for 2023.
It'll be interesting to see what McFarland can do this year. He's going to be to the left of number 1. That's Cole Becker, who had a good year through the air last year. McFarland had a good year through the air and on the ground. Twins left, twins right, single back is McFarland. Rushes on, slant pass just over the outstretched hands. And let's face it, they've scouted the Dogs and said, let's do the 1.5 step drop and get rid of it.
Intended for number 2, Latrell Montone. He was open, threw it behind him. A little bit of jittery throw there by the veteran quarterback for the Crimson Tide, Becker.
I like the call, Doug. Why get behind in the chains? It's a nice, simple slant route. And honestly, if the ball's there, it's a connection and a reception for a few. You're going to see, looks like the Wildcat now. It looks like Nick Englert, number 3, is in the backfield as well. Motions right to left, Zellwalk. Now they're going to go Wildcat. It's McFarland. McFarland is stoned at the line of scrimmage. First man in on the play. Doug, I don't have a number. Was that 56?
I think we got 63. Blake Oglesby in there on the defensive side. Am I seeing that right, Nate? 62. 62.
Yeah. Yep. And I have 56 too. That's Slate Sechrist.
Yep.
So good pursuit that time. Interestingly enough, slant on first down, Wildcat formation to McFarland on second down. It's now 3rd down and 10 from their own 31. Interesting. Engel and Tate Sechrist switch ends. Sechrist now on the right to the strong side. Twins left. The ball's back, immediately thrown. Beautiful pitch and catch, number 16. He's going to be just short, but that's number 16, Christian Alvarez on the reception. Nice pass.
Just want to go back, Owen Vanderup, number 62, and then that last tackle. Good delivery there by Becker, and we expect him to be able to deliver the ball on target. Interesting call here, Nate. You're at your own 40 early in the season. I think the Tide's going to go for it.
And you can't blame him. You're either going to see one of two things, a hard count or a punt.
Yep, changed their mind. Thought about it there for just a second. They're going to bring Evan Drum, number 21, I do believe, falling back. Going to kick this sort of way. Drum, 6'1", 215, senior punter for the Tide. Back deep, Elijah Jordan.
The Dogs still have to watch the hard count. They have to stay disciplined here. Snap is back. The kick is away. They cannot let this hit the ground. And it's over his head. We talked about this. The weapon last year was the fact that the punt return team, not mentioning any names, and he still tried to return it, which was dangerous. At that point in time, let the ball sit in the ground. But last year, they didn't do that.
Well, the fooled a little bit there on that punt. It got up in the air, and, boy, it just sailed over Elijah Jordan's head, and he didn't try to track it down. He did the right thing, got away from it, but, boy, very, very dangerous there at the end of that. Player picking it up, and Bulldogs deep in their own territory, Nate, inside their own 10 at about the 8.
So they're going back to the Twins left. Short slot twin formation to the right as well with Sweely in there. Single back is Tate Sechrist. He's going to get the ball. He's running left. He's going to try to get the edge. He cuts back. Good choice to cut back. McFarland goes down holding his knee. Hopefully he gets up. So a pickup of 3 or 4 on that one, Doug.
Well, if you're Pottsville, Nate, you want to try and contain the Bulldogs here, obviously, but you could really flip the field on this drive if your defense comes up big.
In the gun, Loomis, single back Tate Sechrist. He's going to roll left. He gets a block from Sechrist. They're going to go up top. Wide open. Just overthrown. That was Samar, intended on number 43, down around the 45-yard line.
Good pattern there by Samar, patient by Loomis. Again, it's easy to forget he's played on the defensive side some, played last year quite a bit the second half of the year at tight end, gotten some snaps from the quarterback position, but this is his first starting game from the QB position for Jaron Loomis.
Trips right, single receiver left, was not set. They threw the flag. Tate Sechrist tackled for a loss on the play. He is down, but again, Doug, the flanked receiver to the single side was not set.
Yeah, Ryan Galen coming through there from the inside. So good pursuit, number 63 as well for the Tide, Luke Shane. So we got holding against Jersey Shore. You know, Nate, if you're Pottsville, I'd take the result of the play there. It's going to be 4th down. I don't know why you send them back, but maybe you pick up an extra 10 yards of field position. But you would have to think most high school punters, you're not punting at 50, 60 yards. You're going to have a chance to get the ball midfield or in, whether you take the penalty or not.
They declined the penalty, so it's going to be 4th down and roughly 6.5 on that. So they're going to punt. So here's the question that I have. You know, we talk about the foot. The foot's one thing, but getting the punt off in a timely fashion and just making sure you get it off quick enough. The front line of the Dogs need to block here because expect Pottsville to send the house. Snap is back. Brody Herr, another whistle.
Yeah, wide receiver here on the right side went early, so that's going to cost the Bulldogs 5. So Jersey Shore really putting themselves in perilous position here, very deep inside their own 5 to punt this one away. The Tide have a really great chance to get super field position on the Bulldog side of the 40.
And the concern I have, 21 came untouched on that play, Evan Drum, so they're going to bring heat now. The snap is back. The kick is away. He does get it off, but barely. It's high. It's to number 2. He's going to let it hit the ground. They're going to let it roll. It's downed at roughly the 40-yard line. So the Bulldogs fortunate. Decent kick there. Not returned. Nearly blocked.
Good job, though. Good result. Took his time. Got a good punt away. Got good height on it. Got good coverage down. You hate to give your opponent the ball inside your own 50-yard line, but you got it right there, and you have your defense a chance to say, all right, guys, come on, let's be strong. Let's be strong up front. Hold them right here and turn them away here while the Tide has great field position.
Bulldogs sloppy on that last series. Too many penalties. Pottsville, great field position, flipping the field. In the gun, Cole Becker, 2 backs. Snap is back, hands off immediately for a couple yards. Good surge by the defense, but listen, let's face it, Pottsville put a hat on that one.
Nice job up front by both sides there. Good drive against each other. McFarland able to squeeze through for a couple yards on that 1st down. Really relying on the guys up front. Vandruff, we mentioned his name a couple times already. Slate Seekers, you want to tie people up. So those linebackers and your defensive end have a chance to stay free and make the plays. That's what made the defense the last couple of years so strong against the run.
2nd and 8, the Bulldogs need a stop. In the gun, Cole Becker, number 1. 2 backs, McFarland deep. Motions right to left as it walk. Pitch to McFarland. McFarland tries to get the edge. Great pursuit on that play, turning that play back up inside. Loss of 1.
Tate Sechrist did his job there, held it, made the running back cut back inside, and then Brody Herr and others. Number 9, Austin Sweely coming out from that defensive back position to get in. Loss of about a yard on that play, Nate, so it sets up 3rd and long. You're going to look for Becker here, look down the field, get a completion, keep this drive alive. You know they're going for it. This is 4-down territory for sure.
Yeah, and you may see them try to run a hook route at about 5 to 7, maybe not go completely for the 1st down. Snaps back in the Wildcat. It's McFarland throwing to the flats to number 10. Immediately met. Great pursuit. Not fooled in that play. They went with a pitch pass.
I saw Becker out there, so you called it correctly. They go with a little bit of a wildcat, just a quick pass, get it in the hands. You know, it's not 4-down territory. You always think, hey, you're inside your opponent's territory, but they're playing some field position here, no question about it. They want to pin the Bulldogs again deep. We didn't do a good job the last time fielding it and returning it. They want to get us down inside the 10-15 if at all possible.
And if it's anywhere in the vicinity, you've got to fair catch this ball. It cannot hit the turf unless it lands near the goal line. Let it go. Snap is back, number 21 punting the ball. He kicks it low and lined out of bounds. Wow, beautiful kick. They're marching it up. That's an excellent kick. We talk about punts inside the 20. There's a punt right there, number 21 doing the duties. Evan Drum did a nice job on that.
Super nice job. Thought it might have a chance to get into the end zone, but the official was right there on the sidelines. So the Bulldogs' second drive in a row, deep in their own territory, starting from their own 10. And you're right, Nate, you got to clean it up. You can't have penalties here. You really have to concentrate, really have to put a hat on a hat, get some drives, get some plays together, and get it out of your own end zone shadow.
We're going to go with two backs deep this time. Elijah Jordan, number 1, under center Loomis. Left to right goes Samar. Hands off immediately after the block. Good pursuit. Excellent stunt that time by Pottsville, bringing an extra man, limiting the pickup to a loss of 1.
Yep, number 84, Max Clues, only a freshman defensive end position in on that tackle. Loss of a half a yard, so Crimson Tide defense playing well.
Loomis goes back. It's going to be a hitch and go. Nope. To the flats goes to number 23. Excellent pitch and catch to Dathan Tyson. It's going to be a pickup of 4, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 6.
You know, they're setting up maybe a touch and go there against Curry, but boy, Curry, nice defense there against Dathan Tyson. One-on-one tackle. Nice pickup. 3rd and long.
Trips left, single right. In the gun is Loomis. Fakes the handoff to Sechrist. Sechrist gets a chip block. Loomis to the outside, going to look. He's going to go up top. No, he's going to keep it. Loomis showed you his wheels. You know, we talked about that last year. He's not going to blaze you with 4.5, 4.6 speed, but 2 of his strides is 5 yards.
Really nice job. 6'3", 225. Saw the opening, kept his composure. What a big conversion there on 3rd and 6.
Trips right, single left. Loomis fumbles the ball. It's down. Loomis gets on top of it. He wanted to pitch to Sechrist, but limited on that play. He was fumbling it on the pitch.
Tried to do the right thing, tried to fall on it right away, but the defender was right there and made contact. Really made that a hard recovery by Loomis, but they got the ball back.
Loss of 7 or 8 in the gun. Throws immediately to Dathan Tyson. Max Engel trying to get a block. They pick up 2 or 3 on that play, Doug. And I know they're trying to spread the field. Maybe they're trying to set something else up. But, boy, on 2nd and long, that's a short route.
That's a new role for Max Engel as well. And he's coming off after that play. He's really not played in the wide out position, slot receiver at all in his career.
Single back is Sechrist. They're going to fake the throw to the flats, go up the middle. It's picked off. 26 is McFarland. He's going to the house. Nice game-saving tackle on the play by number 9, Sweely. McFarland jumped the route. You could tell Loomis didn't see it, didn't pick it up. But the wide-open man was in the flats. And a little bit of premeditation on that. He was going to go to the secondary receiver who was doubled up. Good play there by McFarland. You have to give it to him. Loomis kind of zoned in on that receiver. Ball would have been on target, but a better play by the defender. You have to say, hey, give him credit. Bulldog defense in a hurt right here, though. Pottsville 1st and 10 from the Bulldog 11. And right now the offense at Jersey Shore with the penalties and the fumble and so forth has just not been able to get in rhythm on those 2nd and 3rd series. In the gun is Becker, number 1. Twins left, single right, double backs. He's going to look up top on the slant route immediately. Pitch and catch is made for a pickup of 4 or 5. We'll see what the officials mark it.
Montone on the reception seems to be Becker's main target, just like Tyson is on the Jersey Shore side. They'll take that. 5 yards on 1st down. Really sets you up here. Multiple options. 2nd and goal from inside the 10. And right now, Pottsville going to the high percentage routes. But listen, if they're going to give you that in the 5-2, right? You got 2 backers. You got a little more space there in that slant route. Taking advantage of that as the Crimson Tide. 2 backs, 3 is Englert along with McFarland. In the gun, Cole Becker. 2nd and 5. There's a false start. So penalty looks like they're going to march this one back 5 yards, Doug. Your guard from Pottsville, he was pulling on that play, and he wanted to get a little early start, but that's kind of hard to hide. You can't hide that at all. So they get back the 5 yards, do the Bulldogs from the pass reception on that penalty. So 2nd and goal, it stays from just outside the 10.
And right now, Pottsville has some confidence. You know, when you don't score on your second and third possession and go up 2 scores, teams stay in the game. Pottsville is here only down 7-0 with 50 seconds to go in the first quarter. 2nd and 10 on the 11. Becker in the gun. Snap is back. He's going to roll right. He's pressured immediately. Throws back to the left side. Wide open is the walk. He's hit and met out of bounds. Excellent play call, though, by Pottsville.
Recognizing that Jersey Shore is going to bring the heat, and boy, it was right there in their face. Good delivery, calm delivery by Becker. Nice little screen inside, sets them up. 3rd goal from inside to 2.
So Pottsville schemed very well there. They let the gates open up. It looked like the line of the Dogs were getting in, but that was a designed play. Becker makes an excellent pass to the flats. Number 10 again, doing a lot of things for the Crimson Tide. Full house backfield. Under center is Becker. Snap is back. Hand off to McFarlane. Tries to bounce it, but he's met. Loss of 1 or 2 on that play to a stingy front 5 of the Bulldogs.
And Engel and Seekers come in and clean it up. Peyton Samar at the bottom of that pile as well. Really nice surge there by the Bulldog defense. That's been their trademark. Really tough against the run. Be interesting to see if Pottsville does try to run a play, and they will not. So this first quarter will run out, highlighted by the 15-play drive of Jersey Shore, the Loomis to Tyson touchdown pass. The Bulldogs going to end this first quarter in 2023, and they lead the Pottsville Crimson Tide 7-0 here on the road in Veterans Memorial Stadium. We'll be right back on the Bear Country Sports Network.
For a great time, make it Bald Birds Brewing Company in Jersey Shore. Enjoy 24 different beers in the family-friendly tap room where pets are welcome too, and a full selection of local spirits, wines, and specialty cocktails. Don't miss our weekly family game night and trivia night. Bald Birds Brewing Company offers event space for meetings, weddings, and private and semi-private party spaces. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Bald Birds Brewing Company, Schaefer Lane, Jersey Shore. Online at baldbirdsbrewing.com.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. This is your dentist. Do me a favor and feel the front of your teeth. How grimy are they? Ugh. It's time for a Crest Pro Health reality checkup. That grime is the buildup of plaque bacteria that can cause cavities in just months. You need to switch to Crest Pro Health. While most toothpaste stop working in minutes, Crest Pro Health's antibacterial fluoride protects for up to 12 hours to stop cavities before they start. So pick some up on the way home. Smile. Crest has you covered.
This week's Jersey Shore game sponsored by Mealy Manufacturing, makers of the Pennsylvania skill games you find everywhere. Powered by Pace-O-Matic and manufactured in Muncie, Mealy Manufacturing, the skill game industry leaders. Their games provide legal entertainment to players and the opportunity to use their skills and strategies to win every time. Vastly different than gambling or casino-style games, skill games require players to think and take action to win. Mealy Manufacturing, supporting the community.
We're back. Under center is Becker. He throws to the corner of the end zone.